All right. My name's Joanna. I've been doing side hustles as a full-time gig for the last 10 years, and for the last 2 years, I've been teaching people how to do it for themselves. First things first, no course, no book, no affiliate marketing, network marketing, pyramid schemes, nothing to buy, nothing to sell. Literally, these are apps and websites that I have been using, have tested, are tried and true, that have made me money or saved me money or gotten me cash back over the last decade. Now, the first apps we're going to talk about in this series, if you will, is game apps. What is that? What is a game app? What are you talking about? Fabulous. I'm so glad you asked. Game apps. So the three that I use on the regular that work with iPhone and Android, which is what we're going to talk about today, are Cashkick, Swagbucks, and Inbox Dollars. All three of these apps you will find, well, Cashkick is a website, but that's okay. We'll get into that. On all three of these sites/websites, you will find games that you can play, and that app or website will pay you money. For example, on Cashkick, there's a game called Dice Dreams. You might have even seen it before in your app store. The app store is not going to pay you money, but Cashkick will. These are incentives that Cashkick, Swagbucks, and Inbox Dollars are going to give you for playing those games from your phone. And that's basically the gist of it. That game in particular, you'll get paid out $100. $100 for playing a game on your phone. If I can teach anybody anything, it's that you should be able to make money even passively. You shouldn't actively be having to make money all the time. So the first one we're going to talk about is Cashkick. The one I said was a website and not an app, which is true. But it very much looks like an app when you sign up. So you're going to go to the links that I've provided down below. You're going to go to Cashkick and you're going to sign up here. Any of these ways you can sign up with Facebook, Google, your email, whatever. Pick one of these ways and just sign up. It's super simple. As soon as you do that, you will see a page that looks like this. And it's going to have a ton of games that you can choose from to pick and play from. Cashkick is United States only, so keep that in mind for my Canadian friends and friends who are outside of the United States. Next, we have Swagbucks and Inbox Dollars. These two work very similarly, so I will put them together. These are both apps, and both of these apps are going to give you a bonus if you use the link that's in my little description down here. You'll get $5 for signing up and setting up your profile, and an additional $15 once you start earning on that app. Swagbucks works in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Ireland, and even India. Inbox Dollars is United States only. Here's how you're going to sign up for those, like I said, and get that bonus. So you're going to, again, click the link that's down below in the description. Go to the site. You'll see Swagbucks or Inbox Dollars here. And you're just going to sign up. And you're going to download the app. You want to download the app to make sure you get those bonuses that they ask for. And then you're going to do something very similar. You're going to go into each one of these apps, go look for their mobile game offers. You will find them in the apps themselves. Pick a game and start playing. Now that you're signed up and ready to play games, you want to make sure that your phone is tracking your progress. People like to complain, oh my God, my phone's tracking my stuff. This is just so that they can make sure that you are doing these incentives properly, okay? They want to make sure that you're not gaming the system, so to speak. Gaming a game. I know. There are people out there who will try to get these incentives through backdoor channels, and they just want to make sure that you're doing it correctly. So you're going to allow the app to track. Here's how you're going to let your iPhone track. I will do this for Android also. You're going to go to your settings. You're going to go to privacy and settings, and then you're going to go to tracking, and you're going to click the little icon right here and make sure it's lit up green to allow apps to ask to track. It's not allowing all of your apps to track. It's just going to allow it to ask you, so that when it pops up on the bar, allow or don't allow, you need to allow or you're not going to get those payouts. Now for Android, you're going to open settings, privacy, and you're going to go to tracking, and you can allow each individual game to track essentially. So you'll have to download the game and then go let it track, but it's pretty simple for you guys. Here's another way to make sure you are going to get paid for playing these games. whatever website or apps that you use, Cash, Kick, Swag Bucks, or Inbox Dollars, they're going to have a little button, whether it says Earn or Swag Bucks or whatever it is, where you're going to click that button to get the game. What's that going to do? It's going to take you from the app or website and bring you right to your app store to download the game. If you just back out of the app or website and go download it, they're not going to be able to ask you to track. It's not going to let you track through their site to get that incentive. So make sure you're hitting that little Earn button that you're going to see here. Click it. It'll bring you to the app store. It's literally the same thing. You're just taking one more step so that you can earn $100 or more on a lot of these games. So that is a really important step that you want to make sure that you're doing. Once you're playing these games, a lot of complaints that I've heard from people who are having trouble are, how do I get through these games faster? How can I make sure that I'm going to make it in time to the payouts? Because each of these games are going to have a time limit. How many days to get whatever level that you're going to get to make that money. So a game could say you need to get to level 25 in 14 days to earn $100, for example. Now, you're like, that seems impossible. I have tips on how to get through the games and make sure you get those payouts. Now, tip number 1, get all of your free play. What does that mean? Every single game has what is happening here? Every single game has free play, whether it's lives, coins, points, whatever that game runs on, you get free play every so many hours. Figure out what it is in your game and set a timer and go in and play it, or collect it and do it at the end of the day if that game allows you to do that. That's some great ways to get through the game faster. Make sure if your game offers in-app ads, watch them, because you usually get free play for that as well. Here is my biggest tip to get through the games faster and get tips and tricks. Go to Facebook. I know. Does anybody use Facebook anymore? If you do, I'm sure you have it for your friends and family so you can keep track of who's doing what and what Uncle Bill is, going to be serving on Thanksgiving. We all want to know, okay? But go to Facebook, go to the search bar and type in the name of your game. 9 times out of 10, you are going to find a group of people who are also playing the game, who can help you get through the game faster. I always recommend when you download a game to connect it to Facebook, because you will find friends and family who are playing. And then if you're in a group of people who are playing, you can give them your link and you guys can help each other. That definitely cuts down on the time that you're playing the game and definitely ensures more so that you're going to get that payout. Also, you can do this with Reddit. Reddit has the same kind of feature. You can search for your game, and you will a lot of times find subreddits of people playing that game as well. All right, the last way that you can get through these games faster is YouTube. We all love YouTube. We're here together. Hi, how are you? You can search the name of your game in YouTube, and they will give you tips and tricks. There are tons of fantastic YouTubers who are doing this right now. If I find any that I really think are a good fit here, I will bring them on this channel and have them talk to you guys. And maybe we could have, some kind of live or something. But I think that is a fantastic way to find ways to get through the games faster, is a good old-fashioned YouTube tutorial. All right, here are some things that I get asked all the time. What happens if you don't meet the goal for the game? That's a great question. And here's the answer. You won't get paid. It's a goal. If you don't meet the goal, you're not going to get paid. However, if you meet the first goal, because a lot of them are tiered goals, where if you hit X level by X day, you're going to get paid a certain amount of that level, of that total payout. And if you hit that, you're going to get paid that. Now, if you miss the first level, you can't keep going and try to get the other ones. But if you hit that first one, you will get every tier until you miss a deadline. That's basically how that works. So not all is lost if you miss deadlines. After the first one, you can still get paid out for those first ones that you do make. The next question I get asked is, how long does it take to get paid out? That is a great question, because we want to know when we're going to make this $120 or whatever it is per game. And the answer to that is usually 7 days to 3 weeks from when you hit the level you need to hit. Why so long? Like I had said earlier, there are people who kind of game the system, use different ways to get through it. There aren't, backdoor channels to do that. And that's not how you're trying to, they want you to really be a player, really play the game. So if you use those things, you're not going to get paid. So they have to go through and make sure you did it. in the appropriate way so that they can pay you out. But it will take anywhere from 7 days to 3 weeks to get paid out. But if you're always playing a game, you're always getting payouts. I always have 2 to 4 games going at any given time because all of these apps and websites are constantly bringing new games to their sites for us to play. How will I not get paid? What are the reasons that I wouldn't get paid? Number one, if you have a VPN on, do not have on a VPN because that will stop you from being legitimately tracked. And a lot of these sites, Cashkick in particular, if you're using a VPN, it negates you getting a payout. So make sure you turn off your VPNs. Number two, if you don't make the goals in time, you're not going to get paid. It's just kind of how it works. Or 3, if you are using one of those backdoor channels, that's how you're not going to get paid as well. So basically, how it all works is you go to these sites, sign up, make sure you have all of your tracking set to on so that it can allow tracking, and then go in, play the game, find groups of people who are playing it, really get involved, and then you could be earning this really easy income while you are watching TV, waiting in line. I go to Disney often. That's something you guys will learn about me. And what I do when I'm waiting in line, play games on my phone and earn money. You know what I'm using that money for? Go on more vacations to Disney. So this was my first time here on YouTube doing a tutorial on things that I do to make money. I hope you will stay and learn with me. I have so many different ways of making money, saving money, and getting cash back. I hope that you will like and subscribe and hang out with me and come and see all of the great ways that we can do this together. And don't forget to sign up for my emails. They give a ton of tips and tricks. You'll be the first one to hear about new apps and websites that I use. They are just a great way for us to keep in contact and let you guys know about everything that's happening in this world of side hustles. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope I answered all of your questions about playing games from your phone. Make sure you go down below in the description here and get Cashkick, Swag Bucks, and Inbox Dollars, and leave a comment about any of them or any questions that you have. I would absolutely love to answer them. I'll see you next time. All right. No, cut that part out, AJ. I was pushing myself against the wall. The next question that I get all the time is, how long does it take?